Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit everything. Okay, I think I am set. Yes, I broke my glasses. If you're watching, yes, I broke my glasses. Um, I don't know how I did it. I just know that I did it. Okay, that can go on the floor. Don't need that there. Let's go straight because that usually helps a little bit too. Are we straight? I think so. Okay. Happy Friday. I'm excited. I am so excited today. And I know I say that every Friday, but I have something that I want to share with you guys. So I'll just wait for a couple of minutes until there's a few more people here. And then I want to share what is making me so excited right now. All right. Well, I can sit here and wait, but in the meantime, I should probably do something. Let's see. What am I planning on doing today? Today, I am planning on finishing the lavender and coffee journal. So here is where I left off. So I did a couple of extra pages throughout the week, but not a lot. And the reason for that is that by the time I have been coming home, I've been done. Just seriously done. Our year end is this week. So we're starting on the new year, but finishing up the past year, all the accounting for this for like for 1999 for 2025-26 year. So we're just finishing that up. And so I've been calling everybody and their dog about paying their invoices. And so by the time I got home every day, I was a little exhausted and tired and didn't want to do anything. So I did a little bit and not a whole lot, which is a little disappointing, but I'm also not overly concerned. So this is what it is looking like right now, and I really like it. I think it is really beautiful. I took some of the pages from my Fran's book, and I put it in here. And look, like I just made a pocket out of this, and I stuck them onto pages and just played with it a little bit, just to give it some extra prettiness. I guess that's what we're going to call it. So, what am I so excited about today? I'm going to put this aside because I'm not, well, I am excited about that, but I am excited about, if I can pick it up. It's huge. Okay. Well, I have a huge box here. Let me lift the camera up so you can see this a little bit better. Let's see if that works. I may have to stand up for a moment. Let's see. Where are we at? Can you see it? So I have a big box here. I'm going to keep it open because my address is on there. So I don't want to show you guys what my address is for some reason. But look at what is inside. Air bubbles. Like they're air cushions for what I ordered. And these, I am going to play with these. They're going to be so much fun. Okay, I'll take those out. And bubble wrap. Like, what better present can you send a junk journaler than sending them a package with air pockets and bubble wrap and packing paper. Oh, is there something in the packing paper? There's something in the packing paper. Oh, there is here. Packing paper and big bubble wrap. Can you see what all I can do with that? Okay, so now my box is opened. I'll take the invoice out of it. There we go. Can you see that? I got my mixed media order from the paper and ink boutique. So I got the ink that I wanted that I didn't have yet, the salvage patina, which is big deal. I got a bunch of new re-inkers that I didn't have yet, and I had gone through all my vintage photo. So that is huge. And I peeked in the box at work because I have everything delivered to my work address because I don't have any other way to get anything delivered. I got a new stencil by Tracy Scott, and I love it. I love that it is the leaves, and I have a couple of other leaf ones from her, so it'll all match together and can go into my botanical or my nature journal. It's not going to be a botanical journal, it's going to be a nature journal. I'm just going to drop everything out of the bag so that the bags aren't crinkling too much. So let's start here. I got butcher paper so I can play, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. None. I saw that they had it, and I don't know where to find it in the store. So I was like, well, I may as well get it so that I have something that I can practice with. The lid keeps closing here. Let's see. Can I keep it open now? Yeah. Okay, what else did I get? I got frosted crystal embossing powder by Tim Holtz. Ranger and Tim Holtz, because I've seen Louisa Heinzel use this, and I am going to try and work with that. So that is one. Then I got a refresh on my Paper Artsy gold paint. If you are ever looking for good gold paint, this is the right one. It looks absolutely amazing when you're using this gold paint. It looks like real gold. Then I got a couple more re-inkers for my archival inks. I got Hickory Smoke, Ground Espresso, and Cobalt. I thought I had another one, but I guess maybe not. Then I got new infusions. Rusty Carp, Terracotta, Just Walnut, and Black Currant. And the reason I got the Just Walnut is so I can make a walnut spray. So that is something I want to do this weekend and see how that is going to work for me. And then I got resting powder. And I'm actually shocked at how heavy this jar is. It's a little jar. It's 45 grams, where these are 15 milliliters, and they're super light. This is heavy because this is actually shaved iron pieces, so you can rust for real. You can rust paper and anything. You can rust pretty much anything. So I'm going to play with that. Then I have some new distress sprays. And I picked up Old Paper, Lost Shadow, Faded Jeans, Hickory Smoke, Stormy Sky, Tea Dye, and Iced Spruce. So I have a lot of bright colored oxides, but I didn't have anything that was a little bit more muted and more blue and stuff. So that's why I got what I got. And that was it. But I was super excited to get this. Okay, I'm just getting myself situated here. And bring the camera back down. Whoa! I'm pulling everything down. I think I'm in the right spot. There we go. I even have myself a footstool. So I'm ready to go. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? I may even, I'm going to put all my new little bits and pieces, except for the re-anchors. I'm going to put right here around me because I might just use them. I'm very happy with the oxide sprays because I've said that a few times. I have all the distress inks, but I do want to use some of the oxides. I just don't see the need to buy all the oxide inks as well. So I like using the sprays because that way I have the best of both worlds. Okay, my desk is actually a total disaster, and you guys can't see it again. And the reason that it's a total disaster is because I had to emergency install my air conditioner, and my air conditioner is right behind the camera. So I've had to turn it off, and it is crazy hot here, hot and muggy. So hopefully, it'll stay cool enough while we're working tonight. So there we go. Now you are up to date on what's happening on this end. What's happening on your end? If you're here, say hi. What did you do all week? Did you have a good week or a bad week? Let me know. I'm here. All right, let's get started in this journal. So I put some stuff in this pocket because, did I glue it down? I didn't glue it down. Because I thought it would be stuff that I could use. And this is all from the France book. It's like a time life book, and it's all about France. What I really like about this journal is, look at that, like it's almost laying flat here. Like I really like that part. Okay, so I've put like little images here, there, and everywhere, and I still have a bunch that I want to put in to just give it like that really French feel. And my France is going to look completely different from your France. When I would spend, look at that guy. I don't know if I want to use this side or if I want to use my little fisherman here in the journal. Any opinions? Anyone? I don't know. And of course, there is the Moulin Rouge piece, which of course belongs with France as well. I could put that right there. Would it work? Don't know. Need to think about that for a moment. It's pretty purple here, and then having the red against it, I don't know. I do like this one, but it is too clean and pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the edges off. So if you are here and you're watching, don't be shy. Say hi. What are you working on tonight? I'd love to know. And I also would love, like, if you would share what you did this week, if you did a lot of crafting, or if you were just too busy to do any crafting. I have my vintage photo here and my dauber, and let's just get that inked up. So that's the first thing I want to do, is get some of these images in there. And then I want to play with a little bit of mixed media tonight. I want to do a little bit of texture paste and if I know where I put it. That's a whole different story. Maybe I put it back where it belongs. That would be amazing. Um okay, I have my glue. So I'm just going, I'm not sure if I want to put it here or if I want to put it right there or right there, or if I want to put it right there in the middle. I don't know. Maybe right there. Let's grab a piece of book page. Be great if I remembered where I put my French books, but I have no idea. So I'm just using these because the colors are beautiful. And it's super brittle. So if I go like that, that works. So all of this, all I'm doing right now is just decorating the pages so that there is some, a little bit of interest on the pages. Huh, look at these. I can put some bread on there. What else do I have here? Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's a beautiful little page tab. How am I going to use that though? Like that? It's kind of like a giant, excuse me, giant cluster, but the colors are right. Oh, I kind of like that. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like that. That's kind of an interesting look. I am going to zoom you guys in just a little bit more so you see better and you get less glare. Okay, this is going to be inked. And I do believe that I need to reinforce it a little bit because it's a little lightweight. What do I have that I can use? Well, right away I find this. And if I put it on here, I have to do a little bit of repair, but I can turn this into a really cool pocket. So this is the bottom of a sandwich, no, not a sandwich bag. No, I'm not allowed to call it a sandwich bag. It is a lunch bag. Lunch bag. So let's put the repairs on it because, of course, the glue completely let loose. And I know I am jumping from one spot to the other, but that's because I'm working on this page, and to be able to do that, I need to have some things in place. I have this. Did I put that behind here? Yeah, I can. And this is just a piece of watercolor paper. Scissors. Okay, I am just going to go like that. I'm sitting too far away from the table. That's why you can't see what my hands are doing. There we go. So if I glue this to that, come on, glue. I put my glue the right way up. That's not what you're supposed to do. Okay. So then I am just going to stick this right on here, like that. And I will just cut around so that you can't see the watercolor paper anymore. And I have not found the right scissors yet. Last week, this wonderful lady said that the reason that my hands hurt is because I am not using the right scissors. And I'm pretty sure that she is totally correct. But I haven't been able to find any better scissors yet. At least not here. Okay, let's put this onto that. So, is it hot where you are? Is it cooler? What's happening here in Manitoba in Canada? It is. It's been over 30 degrees all week, and that's a little hot. We're not used to that yet. You know, we're used to it getting to those temperatures, but it usually takes a little moment, and this is a little bit of a surprise shock. I have this laying here. I don't know if it'll work. I think I've destroyed that already. Yeah, I think I destroyed that already. That doesn't work. Oh, goodness. There it is. I was trying to find my little cluster here. I know it was there. Does that work? It does. And it's actually quite pretty. And it kind of matches the cluster that is right here. Let's see. I go. What if I go like this? I put this on here. I think I figured it out. Okay, I'm going to put this here, and then I can use this as a pocket. So then it will open up. Come on. It will open up like that. So let's glue that to the page. And it's super simple. Like, it's just a lunch bag. And you get like a really beautiful hiding spot out of it. And I am putting it all the way down. Sticking it, don't want it like, maybe I want it like that. Why not? It's down now. Stuck it down. So then you can open it like that and it closes back up. So then I can put that collage that I was about to make. I can stick like that with that, and then this. I don't know if I think that is pretty. Well, I do and I don't. I'm not sure about like it matching with this color, but I do really like how it looks right there. I do like it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay, glue. I'm going to glue my page down. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Huh. I forgot to turn the chat on my screen. So don't be shy. I don't bite hard. Okay. There we go. So then when I open this, now I need to just fold that out a little bit so that this moves better. Is there no glue there? No, there is not. Okay. Need to add a little glue right here to the edge. Right there. Stuck. And then a little glue right under here just to make sure that everything is down and it's not going to come apart. The last thing I want is any of this to come apart. There we go. And then I'm going to take this because I really like the geese with the foie gras. It's cool. But I like the house. That's kind of where it started. And then I realized that it was all the geese for the foie gras. And so yeah, that's why I needed that image. I was pretty particular with that book on what I wanted and how I wanted it, and there. And then I'm going to take my postage stamp and I may just put it right there because bread is French, right? We got our baguettes and pain au chocolat. Oh, if you haven't had pain au chocolat, you need to go find that. I'm sure there's bakery around where you are where they make it. Here in Brandon, the best pain au chocolat is from Chez Angela. And the really neat thing about that bakery is that they they studied in France, and so they're actually using like real recipes to make their breads and their pastries and everything. It's amazing. If you're ever in this area, that's where you need to go. Okay, I'll put this right here. And that's not how I wanted it. I wanted it like that. There we go. Until the glue has set, you can still move it around. I like it. It has a little bit of everything. And then you can just open this and we can put something in there. What do we want to put in there? I have some little bits and pieces that have been sent to me. So I'm just going to tuck some of those in here. I have a little ticket. Just ink around it. I'm just trying to fill the pockets as I'm going. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's a cool little page with the little. Yep. Okay. Let's see. What else can I do? Oh, I think I have like the front half is like, I just keep adding more to that. So I really should be working from the back. From like right here. So that I don't have like a journal that's really lopsided. I just saw this beautiful doily right here. And I have one of these. These were sent to me in a random act of kindness by Sandy, and I really like it. I really like the colors. And remember, this is just a base. I am going to put other things with it still. What do I have here? Oh, my fisherman. I am going to put the fisherman here. I don't want to keep the farmer's field. I want the fisherman. Do I want that? No. I think I want it just like that. I'm not even sure about the green doily right now. I have a purple doily here too. Let's see, do I want to use the purple doily instead? Maybe. Maybe. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. So we'll just ink again. I feel like all I'm doing is ripping paper and inking. But I am at that stage here where that's what I need to do. And I know I said that this would be the finishing up the lavender and coffee journal. I don't know if that is going to happen, but you will not see it until it is completely finished now. So this is it for what I am going to be showing on my channel, except for the once it's completely done doing the run through. I'm just giving it a little coat, and I'm doing it on purpose on top of the page so that you get a little bit of a shadow effect on there. So when I put this down, I'll go over some more there. So we get a little bit of a shadow effect, and I could put it a little lower, and then you still get the halo right there. And I don't think I need the whole doily because there's stuff going underneath it. And if I use half a doily, then I still have the other half. All right. Oh, yeah, it was a week. So, like I said in the beginning, I spent the whole week trying to collect monies from people because it is our year end, and it just took everything out of me. It really has. Today was the first day where I didn't have to make a lot of. I didn't have to call anybody or um, email them or anything like that. It was just finishing up what I had started and doing stuff. So today wasn't so bad, but the rest of the week has been pretty grueling. It's amazing how much energy it takes to do to work through your ledgers and try and get bills paid and stuff. Like that. Go on to the little lower. I want a little bit more showing of that doily. And no, I haven't put any pockets here yet. I am going to get there, but I need to decorate some pages first. Just so that there's actually something interesting here. Oh, what story can we make about our fisherman? He is every morning at daybreak he goes out to the sea in his little boat. Like they're like kind of like rowboats. They're wooden boats, and more like a like a rowboat. They look kind of funny. They do have a motor on it, but they're not fancy motorboats like what we use here. They are the wooden old fashioned boats, and then he goes and he catches his fish. He checks his traps, he checks his nets, and then he goes to the market and he sells his fish right there on the market. And so then we walked by and took his picture. There we go. There's the story that goes with him. Oh, I kind of like this. It needs a little bit extra, and I think what it needs is something on the edge. Let's see if I have a strip of this. So I have my page edge right here. Can I put that on there, or is that too much? I think I want a page edge made out of newspaper. So I have one here, and I cut it like, but I think what I want to do is rip it now, and because it's just too neat and tidy for me. But if I rip it, then it'll give it that little bit of different look. And then put some ink on there. There, and it's got the blue lace, so that works. I know it's not purple, but that's okay. Not everything has to be purple in this journal. And I have some of these as well. Oh yeah, oh my goodness, look at that. Look how pretty that is. If I put it like that, and what else do I have that I could put here? Well, I don't know. So I'm just going to glue this down. So that is a strip of newsprint, vintage newsprint that I had, and I just used it to make a ruffle for a journal. So I just have them sitting in my stash, and I want to use my stash because I need to kind of deplete it a little bit because there's too much there. You know, there's such a thing as mass make, and there's such a thing as, oh my goodness, I think I mass made a little bit too much. So then the flowers can go right there. And these are covered in, what do you call that? Rust water. I have my little jar with rust water right here. What else can I do? I don't know if I want to ink around these because I really like how they look just like that. And they look kind of oldish. Unless, what else do I have? Oh, I have a little bow. I have a teeny tiny little bow. Hold on. Teeny tiny little bow. Can I make this look like it is supposed to look like that? Well, that would work. I may have to make this a little bit less white and kind of vintage it up a bit. Hair. Okay, let's put some glue on those flowers and stick them down so that they're at least in the right spot. And these are just die cuts that I've made out of watercolor paper. And then I used rust water to color them up. You know, I love these things, but I hate those, the seals on them. Yeah, I've had all kinds of trouble. So then last night, I wanted to record my video for tomorrow for the paper doll. And you guys are going to love the paper doll tomorrow. But Canva wasn't working properly, so then I couldn't download it, so then I couldn't print it. Yeah, it turned into quite a kerfuffle. So the video tomorrow is going to be a little later than normal. The new freebie will be out in time, and everything else will be on time, but the video is going to be a little bit later. So you will have already seen what the new paper doll is before the video comes out, unless I get it done in time. So it is still a wait and see situation right now. Oh yeah, I like that. And then the bow can go right there. Why not? I want to use my 3-in-1 glue because I know it's going to stick a little faster rather than sitting here waiting forever for this bow to stick to anything else. Okay. Give it a good amount of glue to stick the bow into. And now I have glue threads that decided that they wanted to settle right there. There. Oh yeah. Well, I think that's lovely. I do. Yeah, perfect. Okay, music pages. We did the this last week, where you have this as your extra writing space. I don't know what I want to put here just yet. I've got the pocket right here. What can I put into that pocket? Let's put, look, that doily would fit perfectly in here. It would actually give it like some color because that green is in there. And oh, let's give it a Van Houten cacao. Just inking it up and sticking that. Ooh, there goes my doily. I want it to disappear. I want it to kind of there. What else do I have here? All kinds of pretties, pretty ladies. Can I put a pretty lady there? Yeah. But I need it to be a little sturdier so that she can be a tuck. Let's turn her into a tuck. Oh, that is cool. Okay, I'm just going to put this aside for a second. And I think I just thought of something else. So when I was making rust water the other day, I also got some rusty coffee filters. We'll be making more because these are really cool. So I can put some rusty coffee filter on here. Like that. And then it's a journal card. It's just a simple journal card. Let's see. Just want this to look just a little better. Like that. Oops. And let's see. What if I take antique linen? Oops. I just threw it. And then brush out that vintage photo a little bit so that the whole image looks older and more distressed. There, I like that. It looks a little nicer now. And I want a little vintage photo on my coffee filter as well. And my coffee filter is way too pretty. So I'm just going to do this. Just pick up some vintage photo like that. And undo the crumple. I think that's better. Let's glue that down. Oops. Okay, glue this down. Now let's just move it back and forth a little bit. That way you get a good adhesion. And just go right there. So, what am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's getting really warm in here under the lights. Whew. Okay, I knew that was going to happen, but I gotta turn the air conditioning off because otherwise all you're hearing is bzzz. I want a little lace on here as well. So I have some lace right here. Let's just take that edge off. There we go. There. Let's make that less pretty. So I'm going to take the rust water and this. I just want to put a little bit of rust water on here so that it looks a little yuckier. Because it always just looks too pretty and stuff. That's better. I like that. See, and I can put this. This is not supposed to be glued down. If I put this right here, right here, like that. Yeah. I know exactly what I want to do right now. That is just going to dry for a moment. I want to take some of the rust water and go around here. Like that. But I want to rust it just a little bit more. So I'm going to take some of the rusting powder and I need an old yucky paintbrush. Let's dip that in there. And I'm just going to put some rusting powder onto this. And there's vinegar in the water, so it's okay. It will rust for me. Don't you worry. And I'm just going to put it aside. Just making sure that there's lots of vinegar attached to it. And you know, I like the rust water. I just want it to be a little bit rustier and a little bit grungier than what it is right now. So and we're just going to let that sit and let it do what it's supposed to do. Oh shoot, that was the wrong jar. Oh well, I'll just make it super rusty here. That was not supposed to happen. Silly. Okay. Let's close this up. Whoopsies. And I will just let that sit and do what it is supposed to do. Just put it aside. And I'll put the lady aside as well. I've given her a little bit of rust water. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know if there's any little bits and pieces of the iron left in there, so we'll see. We'll wait and see. By the time I'm done, there should be something showing on there. I think I do want to put a little bit of the rusting powder on the lace as well, though, and make it nice and grungy. That is why I got this. And now it's time to play, right? Playing with this stuff is so much fun. Just making sure that it is getting soaked a little bit. There we go. And look, there's lots of rusting powder right here. So let's see what else we can rust up. Let's do this. So I just want to wipe it up with this, and hopefully this will do something interesting as well. There. Okay. Put that aside. I'm going to put these two aside and close that back up, because if that makes a mess, that is going to be a really big mess. Okay, let's grab the journal again. So we know that we're going to put a journal card right here. So right here, um, maybe I want to put a belly band right here. I think so. Can I make a belly band out of, oh, I know. Oh, I know. I am going to a different page. And I have in my hand here, I'm just trying to find a nice page to make a belly band. I have a beautiful vintage hanky. And I think I want to make a belly band out of the hanky. So I'm going to fold it. What is that? I don't need that. Don't need those. I'm trying to figure out what I want to, how I want to do that. Do I want to make a belly band or do I want to use? Oh yeah, look at that beautiful paper. That is not ready to be put in there yet. What I am looking for is this. Oh, I got it. I don't know if you've seen, but I sometimes make these belly bands. They're like the easiest belly bands. You just take a sheet of paper and fold it in half, and then we fold it in half again, like that, just like that. And then you can open it, like if you glue it down like a belly band like that, then you have lots of extra journal space right there. So now I am wondering, what if I were to take this hanky and attach a piece of it. If I take just the edge, because I like that green, but I also like the yellow, or maybe I don't like the yellow. I don't know. I also have this one. This one might actually work better. Oops. I actually have a lot. Oh, this one's pretty with the morning glories. Yep. Let's do that. Or do I want to put this? Oh, what if I put this right here, like that, and then the belly band over top of that? That would be really cool. Can I rip this? Scissors? Trying to maneuver my feet a little bit better. Whoops. I can't find my scissors. Oh, there they are. Okay, let's see. So if I take that much and then rip it, and then the whole edge will rip right off. Oops. I really like that hanky. It's got the jewels on here and morning glories. It's just so pretty. start by gluing that down. So I'm just going to use my 3-in-1 glue. And I may do some hand stitching all over this because I do want it to be well attached and I want it to look more interesting, but I don't want to waste my time or spend, it's not wasting my time. I just don't want to spend the whole life slow stitching a hanky onto paper. That's just not what I want to do. I kind of want to show you different ways that you can use different things in your journals. And this hanky is just so beautifully soft. And then against that bright pink page, I think it'll look really pretty. I'm just stretching it so that it isn't crumpled. It's a little bit more glue right there. There we go. So what happened is last week I bid on this lot and it was actually a really cool lot. I think I will do a video where I'm showing what I bid on and what I got, because it's a really cool, it's an incredible amount of stuff that I managed to bid on and get, and these vintage hankies were part of that. There was 20 of them, 20 hankies, and then a bunch of let me grab the box, a bunch of these. And I'm just going to keep this one out and we'll use that right away. But yeah, there's 20 hankies, a whole bunch of those. And I believe I paid $3 for the whole lot. Like, how cool are those? So I got very lucky at that auction. I think in total I spent $40 and I got a huge lot of books and the hankies, these things. What else? A beautiful flower book. Do I want to put this down here? Do I want to cover up the total hanky thing here, or do I want to go like this? Make this half, and we get the same idea. It's just going to go in a vertical way. I think that's what I want to do. So I am ripping it again right there. I'm also going to rip this edge right here. There. Ink this up. Like so. Ink, ink, ink. I want to make sure that it looks pretty cool. And distressed and all of that. And then I can put it like this. And then you can fold it out. There's lots of journal space. But it is also a belly band. There. So I'll use 3-in-1 glue. Right there. And right there. You can also turn it into a pocket, but I think I want a belly band. And I'm going to put it like so. And you can just tuck it up, pull it out, and there we go. It's very cute. I need something that will hold it down a little bit. So, I don't know yet. I have more of the hanky. Do I want to put some hanky on the top here? Or do I want to kind of make it sit like that? Huh, don't know. I do like it like this, but it might be just a little bit too much. I think that's too much. Let's just leave it like the way it is right now. I don't know what I want to do with it, so then I'm just going to leave it. Then I have this page, which is pretty, but it's pretty plain. But I am going to find my stencil paste in a little bit, and then I'm going to put some texture paste on some of the pages so that there's more interest. And you can see, like, it is actually turning into quite a journal now. Oh no, that glued shut. Oh, that's not cool. Come on. What the heck? What the heck just happened here? I'm going to have to put something on those edges. I think I want another paper edge like that somewhere else. Let's see. I think I want to use newsprint again. And I'm going to keep it like this. But I will ink it. This is a really ratty piece of newspaper, so it's all good. And let's just put, oh, why don't we put that on the music paper? Do I want to put it on the music paper? Why not? Why wouldn't I want to put it there? Okay. my broken glasses are falling off my nose constantly. And yeah, I'm just flipping between glues, always. I am always going between from one glue to another, back again. There. Let's put this right here. Whoop. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like it when the journal, when you have it closed, when you have all the edges that you can see. I love that view. So that's kind of where the idea comes from, to have the paper edges. And you can still close it up with this. See, there's lots of room still for the paper, I think. There we go. There's still, like, it's still not, there's still lots of space in here to do things. What else do I have? I know I have some library pockets. If I could find them, that would be even better. Oh, I have some of this. I have some of these. And I have an envelope like that, but I also have some stationery paper. I'm just playing here. Nothing. I'm just pulling things out of my stash that I can use in this journal that would actually fit in there, and it would match it and make it look interesting. What else do I have here that I can put in there? Maybe I want to put those in there. I have a beautiful dark purple paint chip, but I think I like this one better. Well, one doesn't stop the other, right? So right now I'm just going through my bin right here with things that I have made that I can use in this journal. I just have so much stuff here that needs to be used up, so that, what do I have here? I have one, oh, everything is stuck together here. I have one of these. Whoops. There we go. I'm just going through my bins here that from last make March to see what I have, what I can use. I have some tags here, some more tags. These are all from Masterboards. I also have this. And this is actually toilet paper, if you believe it or not. I made that out of toilet paper. Same with this one. Maybe this one would be more fun. So I made this out of toilet paper, and then I covered it in resin. And I think it's really cool. Like, it would make a beautiful pocket in here. Oops. That was not supposed to happen. I'm trying to find my pockets that I made, but like, I know I have library pockets here somewhere, but I can't find them. But I know I have them in one of the bins here on my desk. There's just so much in those bins. I think I want her in there. That one. Just pulling some stuff out of here that I can put in because it's already there, so I may as well use it, right? Oops. But I don't know where I put the library pockets. I really don't. And that's just kind of bizarre. I know I have a whole lot of them, but I don't know where. Okay, I picked up a whole lot of purple stuff here. Let's just continue on. So I picked up a couple of the faux metal embellishments, and I have 1950 And let's do this one, and let's rust this one up. Let's see if we can do that. Because then we have 1950, and then I can make 1958. So I'm just going to grab my rusting powder, and I want to put rust all over that 8. Not anywhere else, just the 8. Which it'll probably go everywhere else as well, but that's okay. There. And then let's grab some of this. And that rusting powder, I think, is working. So I'm just kind of dabbing this on here. And there's vinegar in this water, so that is what is going to react with the iron in that rusting powder. Okay, let's just put this aside. And I keep saying, like, yes, I realized that I said that this was going to be the final day. This is the final day that you guys will see this. It is not the final day for me. Is this doing something? It is. This is going to take some time. Just want to add a little bit more vinegar to it. I should grab a spray bottle with some vinegar. And the more that I use the rusting powder and I'm using this jar, the more of the rust is going to be in this solution. And then where did my other piece go? Just constantly grabbing a little bit more, a little bit more. All right. So what do I have here? This is pocket filler, but this is not. This is like, this would look really pretty inside the journal as a pocket, because I can fold this back and then glue it down just like that. Let's ink this part up. So I'm going to glue this down. Just to reinforce the opening a bit. Can you see all the rusting powder is coming off, and it's on everything now? I don't know what's going to happen. I may have a whole rusty journal. Okay. I'm just going to grab a cloth. There. Gone. Let's grab the journal again. Oh, we'll put this. Oof, sheesh. Okay. These are going to go. Oh, that's steampunk. That doesn't belong there. But this, I want to put this down as 1950, and then I have the 8 that I just did this to, and then I want to have it kind of like that. And I think it'll look really cool, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I do want to put these here and um, or on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck them in there. Don't want to put them like that or like that. I think I want to put it like that. And where did that piece of hanky go that I had here? There. I can use that to kind of cover up. It's just, I think it's just big enough to go onto the envelope right on the front. Yeah, it is. Well, that's perfect. That's like as if I had planned it. And I sure did not. I am just flying by the seat of my pants right now. Okay, if you are watching and you know you want to say hi, please do. I love to have a little chat on a Friday evening. It makes for a lot of fun. Stretch this out a bit. I like it. Okay. There's lots of threads hanging off of it. I want to ink these pieces up a little bit. If I can find my inker. I believe I've just put a whole lot of stuff into my vintage photo. Oh, no I didn't. My vintage photo is right here. Oh, sometimes I'm just really awkward with using this. I don't know why, but yeah, that's right now, that's just what's happening. And we could put that right there, like so. So I want to make this a double pocket. I think I want to make it a tuck pocket or just a double pocket. I think just a double pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it down where I am gluing this edge, and then the bottom. And I will put it in just like that. And I can stick, that was pretty big. This one is probably better. I'll stick this in here. And of course, all my pieces are in there as well. And I can stick that there. Just making sure that it is glued down. I'll just stick it inside for now. There we go. Maybe instead of the, see, that would look really cool too if I did that. I could do it with another one. Let's grab another one of those envelopes. It's not like I don't have any. Oh, shoot. I have lots of these little envelopes. Okay. There's another one. And maybe I want to put this down like that. Or do I want to put it like this and it can be like a, you can close it up. Or I can put it like this and have it be, I can put it like this and make it a flip out. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Stick this right in here. Not with that glue. I'm going to use this glue. And I'll stick this right there, right in the fold there. There, and then I'm going to grab some tape. I had my washi tape that I made. Oops, with my granddaughter. So I can put that on there. I have no idea what she did with hers. I know she took it home with her. I don't need the whole thing. I just need a piece. Oops, not that little of a piece. It's really super sticky right now. I don't know why that happened. It might be because it is really warm in here. There, that looks cute. Where did the rest of my piece go? There. Okay, let's take a little bit more. I have a couple pieces here. It just ripped. It ripped. Okay. But that's okay. There. Oh, I like that. And then I can put this on here, and I can probably, can I fold this? Can I turn this into a tab kind of idea? So that if I fold it, if you put it like this, then it's like a tab and you know that you can flip it back and forth. I think so. That's, well, either way, it's what's going to happen. That's what I want to do. Have you ever used toilet paper in your journals? Because that's what this is. This is just toilet paper that I turned into pressed paper. Just putting lots of glue on there. Okay, I'm probably going overboard with the glue right now, but I want to make sure that it stays attached. I want a little bit of this stuff, which is called cheesecloth. This stuff, yeah. It's my very technical term for things. This, that, this stuff. But no, it is cheesecloth that I dyed. And I think I wanted to stick that right there. And put this there. And I'll take another little piece of cheesecloth and stick it right there. And I think I have it upside down. I do. Well, that was brilliant. I want it like that. And that. There we go. Let's rip some of this off because otherwise it looks too pretty. Some of these. There we go. And I need a little extra glue right here. Oh, come on, glue. Why are you not cooperating? And of course I have so much stuff here right now that I can't find my my pin. Okay. There it goes. That's kind of cute. Yep. I don't know what I'm going to put here yet. I may just seal that off. But you can put little thingies in there. The other things I grabbed was a paper clip, a hidden paper clip that I made. And I'm just going to stick it onto a page so that I have a very simple decoration right there. Maybe I want that onto one of those pink pages to tone the pink pages down. I think so. Right there. That's one. And then I can take my tag and stick it under there. I have two of these. Aren't these girls just adorable? I love these girls. Oh, sorry, I just dropped something. I just put my foot right onto the bubble wrap and you could hear it popping. So I have this beautiful fleur-de-lis right here that I made like with the wax seal and then a thread cluster. I think I want to put it there with maybe some of this behind it. Would that work? Oh yeah, that would work. What else can I put in there? kind of making a cluster with some cheesecloth and a wax seal, piece of that purple doily, and you get kind of a pretty little cluster that can go straight onto that paper clip. I think I like that. Okay, I'm just going to put some of this stuff aside because it is a little bit in my way now. I can work around mess, but sometimes it just becomes a little bit much, and right now it's becoming a little bit much. I like this, but I think it might be too purpley. So what else can I put? Oh, there's my needle or my pin. What else can I do here? Where's my piece of... I have, I have a piece of paper towel that I used to mop up ink. And it's kind of just a different color purple, different color lavender. And so instead of the purple, I think I want to use this together. I think I like that better. So let's distress it just a little bit, not a lot. And then put it like that. Put this on there. Let's distress this a little bit more as well. And I like to just pull it from the center, pull the threads so that it kind of looks ratty and worn. And the more ratty it looks, the better I like it. There we go. And then we'll put that on there. Like that. And then the fleur-de-lis on there. Oh, I like that. That is a pretty cluster to go right there on the tulips. But I think I want to color the tulips a little bit. Oh, what can I use to color the tulips? I could use my watercolors, but I could also use my pencils if I could find them. That's a funny one. You want to do that? Oh, I wonder where I put them. They're probably in this pile right here somewhere. You know what? I have some chalk markers, liquid chalk markers, that I don't think I've used them yet. So why don't I try using those on this and see if that works. Why not? Well, maybe not. Oh, there comes the color. That's how you can tell. I really haven't used these yet. The color hasn't even come down into the point yet. Okay. So if I just put a little color in here, not a lot, just a little. And I'm just kind of going over the lines that are already there, kind of just following them, because I think that will give it a really neat effect. And just kind of scribbling. I'm not really doing a whole lot more than just kind of scribbling over the tulip, just trying to give it a little color. I think this is a fluorescent pink. It is super bright and colorful. Come on. Come on. Oh, this one's moving a little faster. Sorry, when I decide that I want to use something, I wasn't really thinking. So I was kind of going in between the purple lines with that really vibrant yellow. Or, yeah, yellow. Does that look like yellow? That looks pretty pink to me. And then I just want to use some white. I do like it because then you're putting this against it and it just kind of stands out a little bit and it kind of covers it too. So it gives it that little bit of extra. Come on, do we have ink? We have paint. Okay. So I'm just giving it a little bit of white for the contrast. There. That's all I wanted. Just a little color in there, and the white kind of toned it down. And then when I put this on there, it's not so beige and nothing else like I kind of now have. Because I can put it like this, and then we've got the beige tulip sticking out and the purple one sticking out, so I like it. Glue. Let's just glue everything down. Oh, I absolutely dislike when my 3-in-1 glue starts seeping like that. Ugh. Yucky. Okay. Put that down. And then all I'm doing is putting some 3-in-1 glue on the back of the wax. And it actually does hold, but it takes a moment. Just pulling the strings out so that it's not interfering with the adhesion here. And I'm just sticking the seal right there. Oh, and it held pretty quickly. There we go. I like it. So that's just a piece of paper towel that I've mopped up ink with, and then piece of cheesecloth and my wax seal that I put thread with. Like it's kind of like a thread cluster. And it is attached. It's good to go. And then I can put it a little bit more towards the center and stick my lady right there. So there we go. Okay, I think I want to grab a little bit of texture paste and do some stenciling in here with texture paste and maybe some other things. We'll see what happens. I I'm just going to grab my texture paste. And I guess I need a stencil too, huh? What do I want to use for a stencil? Do I want to use my brand new one, or do I want to use some of my flowers? I'll just use some of the flowers. So I have these really cute little stencils, and I put them on a ring, and they're just hanging beside me so I can use them whenever I want. So what I want to do is put this aside for a moment. Let's clean up an aisle mess. It's aisle mess. None of this is really garbage, so I'm just going to pick it up and move it aside so that it's out of the way. There we go. Close up that, put that away, and I am going to grab my brand new, if I can see it, black, no, that's just walnut. I want the black currant infusions. And I'm also grabbing my glass mat. There we go. And I've got all my magnets here. And I actually found a whole bunch of magnets at a thrift store, and I paid like 50 cents for it. Big bag full of magnets. So that made me really happy because I'm always looking for extra magnets to hold stuff down on here. Okay, so I have my black currant infusions, and I'm going to get the jar ready so that I can use it. I'm going to pick out the inside seal, turn the lid over, and I need my pokey tool, if I can find it. Where do you think I would have put that? Right here. It's my pokey tool, and I'm just going to poke a hole right in the center of the lid of my infusions. And then I'm going to put that back on there, and now I can sprinkle it easily without it going all over the place. A little goes a long way with the infusions. Then I'm going to take texture paste, the Tim Holtz texture paste, and I need one of these thingies. And this is now, well, it could still use a little bit more liquidy. Maybe I want to use my other not it. That's it. Okay, I'm going to work with this just a little bit longer because I don't like what it's doing. So I have Liquitex Basics modeling paste, and I'm just going to put a pile of that right here, and I'm going to color it. So I'm going to color it with the infusions. And that's all I'm using is just that little bit right there. And then I'm just mixing this up. Look at the color. Can you guys see the color? I don't know if you can. Look how beautiful that is. Oh yeah. Glorious color. Oh, and there's so much color in there. Like that's the beauty with infusions. Let me pick it. Let me see if it shows on camera. I don't think it does. I can see like all the different colors in there, but I don't know if you can as well. So now I'm going to grab my journal, and now I'm probably going to make a mess because I want to do some stenciling in here. And I'll be super, super careful. I'm not going to go through a lot of pages and do this. I like that one. Just going through my stencils here, trying to see which ones I like, which ones I like that one. Okay, I found the one I want to use. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here on the page and hold it down really well. And then I'm just going to put a little stencil paste or a little modeling paste through here. I'm trying to get a nice even layer. And then you get something like that. I like it. I will have to dry that for a moment, so I will just do that. And this is, my dryer is very loud, so I'm just going to take it away from the microphone so you can't hear it. Or at least you can't hear it as loud. So yeah, I'm here. I'm just drying my texture paste. It dries very quickly. Okay, that's dry enough so I can actually turn it over. So there we go. There's the first one. And then I want to go, oh, look at this. This page would be beautiful to do a little stenciling onto. So I'll just take this one. And I'm going to go right here. Oh, I just made a mess. I did. Sure did. I'm sure I did. hope I didn't, but I think I did. Yeah, I could feel that happening. All right, let's dry that one. It's actually shocking how fast it dries. There. That's two. I think I want to put a little bit of texture paste on here because it is just too pretty and too sterile. So I'm just going to take a little bit. Just like that. Just a little. Oh, you can't even see that. Just like that. Just a little bit, not a lot. It's sometimes really rough to do this live. And look, that color looks very similar to the button color. So perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I thought I had the chat on, and I did, but I didn't have it on. So, hi Nancy, I just saw your comment. I hope you're still here. Okay. So I have this one right here. Let me zoom out just a little. There we go. I'm going to put it like this. And I think I want to take this leaf stencil and kind of go and make a leaf right on here. Look at that. And now I can see all the infusions coming through there. I'm trying to keep the journal out of the texture paste here. I'll just put it like this. And then I'll dry this quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to put this aside for now and let this dry properly before I do anything else, because I'm really worried that I'm making a mess now. Let me just double check that. No, it's actually not making a mess. But I'm just not getting a warm fuzzy over putting the texture paste on it and then drying it and not having the time to let it dry properly. So I'm just going to put it aside for a little while so it can dry. And I still have some texture paste here. So what I'm going to do is I have these tags that all need a little bit. And I'm just going to put some texture paste right on them, just like that. And then just kind of dabbing it on so that it looks a little rougher, like that. And then it can just dry. Put some on the top as well. Oh, wonderful, Nancy. What kind of cards are you making today? So, on what day was that? Wednesday. I was I turned YouTube on for a little bit, and I actually don't watch very many creators. Um, mostly because I just don't have the time for it right now. I do love watching other people and see what they do and how they do it and everything. But anyway, that's not where I was going with this. Um, I turned YouTube on and there was Louisa Heinzel. And she was um, responding to someone who had given her a very it was supposed to sound like a fairly positive comment, but it was in a it was a very negative sounding comment, and it was just not nice. And so she did a live and was really saying, you know, we all need to just be nicer to each other. And I agree. I absolutely agree. We need to be nicer to each other. There is no reason why you need to make anybody feel bad, why you need to make comments that are making a creator cry. Um, that's there's just no need for it. You know, I, I haven't run into that yet. I am not holding my breath. I am pretty sure it's going to happen to me as well. And but it is so sad that there are people that feel that they need to uh, make nasty comments on videos. And that is just, why? Why do you need to make someone else feel bad about what they do? I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that way? Or is that like the common consensus that, you know, there's enough hatred and nastiness in the world, and I think when you're junk journaling, we should just be one great big happy family that all gets along. And if you don't like something, well, you can give it a thumbs down. You can say, hey, I don't like this because, but don't just say that you don't like it um, because you think that it is going to cost too much money. That is silly comment to make, um, because you know, like I bought a whole bunch of stuff today, and I showed you what I had purchased. Um, but that's the first time I have purchased mixed media items in 2 years. I buy glue and I buy stencils and stuff like that, but I hadn't bought any inks or anything like that in at least 2 years. So, if you're going to come at me and say like, oh, like you're using all these expensive things, yeah, but they last me forever. So this is where I am trying to create something, and I don't think it is on anybody else to tell me what I can and can't buy, or what I can and can't use. And that is pretty much what Louise was saying too. And you know, I am pretty sure she does not watch my videos. I watch hers. She she is my danger zone when I'm watching her videos. I usually go full on mixed media, um, and it's fun. And oh, I just see those butterflies, and I think I want to use those as well. So I'm going to just keep them aside for now. Put these back on the ring. Where are we at for time today? I have some time left. So I think I want to just finish some of the little things that I have laying here, and like make some journal cards. I like these butterflies. They're pretty. I don't like the bee, but I like the butterflies. And if I want to not have the bee coming out, so then I'm just going to put this right there and put my magnets on here like that. And I want to cover the bottom here as well, so I'm going to grab something else. Another piece of scrap paper that I have, maybe. What do I have? Just like that. Okay. Now, I think I want to use one of my new sprays. Let's try the Lost Shadow. So, funny enough, I purchased 2 Lost Shadows by accident. Put my whole order together, did the whole thing, and then once I had it ordered, I realized, oh no, I ordered 2 Lost Shadows, so that's not what I want. And So I contacted the paper and ink boutique and I said, you know, love the color, but I only want one of them. So I said, can you just put in a different color, like a tea dye or something like that? And they did that. They were wonderful. They are absolutely lovely. If you guys have never checked out the paper and ink boutique, please do so. Give them some love. Tell them I sent you. They know my name. So, and no, I am no way, shape, or form affiliated with them. When I purchase from the paper and ink boutique, I am doing that with my own money. Oh, I like this. That's going to look really pretty. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Look how pretty that is. That really faint little bit of, yeah, there's like a little bit of color, a little bit of purple color in there. I'm just going to put that aside and let it dry. I have this little piece of the belly band that I made, and I'm going to put this down like that, or maybe I'm going to open it because I can use it inside the journal as something. But I want to make a ghost print, so I'm just going to put this like that. And just get all the ink off of here that is still on there. Let's see if that works. It does. You got a bit of an outline from the stencil on there, and it kind of looks neat. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if you can see it on camera or on the screen, but yeah, it looks pretty. It's very, very faint. It looks more like stains on the paper, but you can see the butterflies just slightly in there. Like something is tickling me. It's just a plastic that was laying there. So we want that to dry. What else do I have here? I have old paper. Now I'm just playing. Now I'm just playing around, having some fun, trying to see what else I can do with what I have here. I am wondering if I can do something with the infusions and the oxide sprays. That is something that I've been wondering for quite a while. And I think there's going to be an experiment video coming up where I am using my infusions in combination with the oxide sprays. So I'm kind of going to put this like that. And the old paper is kind of green. It's not it doesn't look like you would think old paper color would look, right? It has a little bit of a green tint to it. And the distress ink has a little bit of green to it, but the oxide is even more so than the ink, which is interesting. Okay, I like that. That can just dry. I like it. It just looks interesting. What am I going to do with this? I have no idea yet. It's going to go into the journal somehow. The other thing I've been meaning to try is I have this ruffle. Oh, this is a very pretty ruffle. This is the one where I put bling on it. So let's grab a different one. Let's grab that one. So I've been meaning to try out and see if you can use distress oxides on the tissue paper, on the pattern tissue paper, to make it look different. And I have hickory smoke here. They all have to be opened anyway, so it's all good. I wish there was like a, you know, those tear tabs where you can just like tear it open. Yeah, they're not there, so opening these is kind of like an event. Okay, what happens if I spray some distress oxides onto the tissue paper? Let's see. I know I have. Whoops. That was not supposed to happen. That happened last week too. I have some purples here. Ugh, that's messy. Messy. So I have some villainous potion here. Oh, it's not wanting to come loose. There it goes. You always got to hear the rattle for the oxide sprays so that it mixes really well. And you can see it right here because it's not mixing very well right now. I'm trying to not use too much of that purple. And then I have some shaded lilac. And I'll spray that through here as well. Look at the beautiful mess I just made right there. And then I'm just going to let this, I'm just going to go like this. Let's see if I can pick up some of that color on the other side. There. I'm just going to let that dry. I may spray some water on it so the oxidization works a little better. And it kind of mixes the colors more. There. And I'll just set that aside. So I'm just constantly setting things aside that need to dry. That is the problem when you're working with mixed media. This is part of the problem. The other part is that you get lots of stuff happening. Okay, so I have one of these, and they're like the stereo viewers. I can't reach it right now, but I think I want to dip this into some of the the oxides, because why not? Because then I can stick it into the journal. in a pocket. How cute would that be? There we go. Got some color on here. Pretty. Yep. That can dry. I may just pick up some of the color with the cheesecloth so that I have some of this color in the journal as well that I can use. Just mopping it up. Let's just mop it up with the cheesecloth, and then it'll look a little purplier. It's not crazy purple, but oh no, I got some of the purple onto my journal card here. It's not dry yet. That can dry. I'll just grab my piece of paper towel again and just mop it up. Where did the water go? Right there. There. Look how pretty. That's pretty. I try to keep my mop-up paper, like when I'm using paper towel, I try to keep it, and then I can use it for little bits and pieces like I just did in the journal actually. Okay, this is dry, so I can grab this again and we'll continue on. Yeah, I really like this. I like the stencil right here. It just gave it just that little bit of extra. Okay, and this got attached just a little bit too far, which is okay. So in here I can put something like that. So why don't I just grip this and put that. That one's pretty pale. That one's a little darker. I don't know, I kind of like them both. And then I can take this little piece and I'm just going to stick it in there as well, just like that. And I'm going to turn it the other way around. Put it in like that. There we go. Yep. I have a pocket right here. Let's put this one. The other side right there. And then I picked up, oh, where did I put them? I picked up some comic books. Not new ones, vintage ones. Right here. I am throwing everything on the ground today. It's all good. So I picked up a Heathcliff and an Archie and a Comic Digest. And I think I can use these as lovely little pieces in the journal. So I can just pull the pages right out of here, like that, and give it a little fold. And put that right in there as a kind of a little surprise. Surprise! Here's an Archie comic. Because why not? And then I have a Heathcliff here too. Let's grab a Heathcliff page. And this is the only reason I got these books is to put into the journal as ephemera. Because I think it's fun. And these things don't need to be all that serious. So let's see if I have another pocket right here. Let's tuck this right in there. And that's how I want to fill my pockets. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages that have absolutely nothing. What can I put there? Well, I definitely want to put this in there. Like, look how pretty that is. Oh, once that dries, like that's going to be beautiful. Same with that. It's just taking a moment to dry. I want to put this one in here. And I want to use it as a page edge, I think. Yeah, there's nothing else here. So I'm going to put this like that. I'm not cutting anything off. I want to keep it the exact same length. But I want to kind of distress the edges a little. Ow! Ah! I just poked myself in the finger. And yes, I know that I ripped it a little bit. That's okay. I'm not too concerned. Poked myself again. That hurts a lot, actually. Grab some vintage photo. So I can actually say that this journal has been full of blood, sweat, and tears. Well, no tears. Blood, sweat, because it is crazy hot in here right now. There we go. I'm actually impressed. Like, I'm way further now than I thought I would be. And because I don't want to decorate all the pages, right? I just want to do some of it. Do I want to do this as a belly band, maybe? Why not? Why don't I put it like that, and then it's a beautiful belly band in this page. On this page. I'm just ripping a piece off of this because it was already ripped and now I made it intentional. For the paint chips, I have learned that you need to use 3-in-1 glue. Paint chips have a plasticized layer on them, so it is easier to use the 3-in-1 glue because it just sticks a little bit better. There, and then right there, and I'm giving it quite a bit of glue because I want to make sure that it's attached. And I'll stick this right here and this right here. And there's nothing saying that I can't use what I've already made. Um, that is actually what is going to make the journal look even better, because you're not just sticking with just one thing. You're using like things um, from other projects that you've made and stuff. As long as the colors are kind of similar, then you can just put everything together and it just makes it more cohesive. I'm hearing something, but I'm not sure what I'm hearing. Okay. She is starting to fill up now. Oh, let me show you. Like there's some size to her now. What is that? I don't want that to stick out like that. So let's put this inside the pocket here. Yes, like that. Same with that. I don't want that to stick out that much. I am fine um, with the ruffles sticking out, but I don't want the stuff from the pockets to stick out. Crazy. Oh, it picked up a magnet. Oh no. Oh, okay. So let's see what it looks like once I put the closure on it now. So what I have left is the topper. And the topper is not something that I want to do under pressure, which is kind of what, if I were to do that on camera, that would be major pressure. So that I am going to do separately. What the heck? I'm having some issues with my channel, but that's okay. I think I need to kind of bend this a little bit down so that it's not sticking out so much as sticking towards the journal. So let's see if that fits better now. Put this on here. And this on here. And I think that should work a little better. Yes. So now it is kind of bent in, and I can probably bend it in just a little bit more. So that'll give it some more space right here. I do like that closure though. I do. I think I am kind of done for today. I have lots of things that need to go in it, but I'm just waiting for them to dry. And yeah, that's going to take some time. So I don't know what else I want to do. I think I want to throw it open to the floor right now. If there's any questions, any comments. Tomorrow is Paper Doll Saturday. And like I said, I ran into a couple of difficulties this week. Um, the the everything is going to be released tomorrow, but the video might be a little later than normal. You will, if you, as long as you hit the subscribe button and the bell, then you'll get a notification when the video is being released, and then you will be able to find it at that time. But I don't know right now what time it is going to be up and running, because I ran into all kinds of problems with it. So I don't like, I'm hoping to have the paper doll itself ready by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But I can't even make that promise because I just don't know. That is how far I've run into some troubles. They're not bad troubles. They're just, it was just a little awkward with Canva being difficult this last week, and that is really all that happened. So they are coming, they are going to be there, but I'm hoping that you'll give me a moment to get that all organized. And like I've said a couple of times tonight, I've had a pretty crazy week at work, and um, the Canva issue was like the last thing that I needed. So I like that. That's cute. And that will hold it down. And I can probably put some of this right in the center. And that will give it like a little girly touch. And I can tell you what we're doing tomorrow with the paper dolls. They're going shopping. So um, it is. I had fun with them. Um, but there's a few finishing touches that I still have to do and everything, and hopefully I'll get that done right away. So as soon as I finish the live, I'm going right back into Canva and finishing up the paper dolls and get them into Kofi, and then they're ready for you guys for tomorrow morning. And I also still have to finish recording just a little bit on that, and that's why I am not sure what time the video will be ready. So I apologize this, but that's just how it worked this week. What would it look like if I were to take some of this behind there? I kind of like that. How much do I need? I need about that much. Can I fold this? Can you fold paint chips? Obviously, yeah. Kind of like that line, like how that looks. Let's see. And now I'm really just playing. And trying to decorate the journal a little bit more. I like that. That is cute. And I can tuck it right in there. Yep. Okay. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you had you're having a great weekend. I know I have a few plans this weekend, and a whole lot of chores, and I have to mow the lawn and things like that. Nothing stops just because I am busy. Everything continues on and needs to get done. I like it. Could have inked this a little bit. better. I like it. I like it a lot. That looks cool, and it's kind of holding that down. Yeah, that works for me. So there's a few pages that have nothing, and then there's some pages that are fully decorated, and but I think I've reached a point where I just want to fill the pockets and get it ready for the Etsy shop. And that means like I need to get the topper on it. I need to figure out how I want to do that. The paper doll is going on it, of course. And I think I want to put some of this on here because this has like lavender oil, deep lavender, and lavender soap. So I think I want to use this on here. So I'm just going to rough this up a little bit. And then I can put this right here. Kind of like a background. And then what else do I have? You wouldn't believe it, but I have a scrunchie laying right here. And I'm like, oh, that would really be cute too. This is how bad it is. Like, I am pretty much pulling anything that I see. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can use that. And I can use that. And that is how this is going right now. I have some lace that has this edge on it. So I'm just pulling that edge off. And the older the lace, the easier it is to pull that off. There. Okay, put this aside for a moment. And then I think I want to put some of that lace on here. I may put it right over top. Yep. Since my 3-in-1 glue is seeping like crazy, I may as well use that glue that is seeping out. And I'll stick the lace right in there. Do I want to make, I kind of want like a layered lace kind of thing, like where you kind of make like different layers of it. Come on, glue. There. So then I'll stick this in the glue as well, just like that. And then we have 2 layers. There, I like that. That's cool. That looks cool. I know that I want something else to go over here. So what if, the what if questions are always the dangerous ones, right? What if I do this hanky? Let's see what I can do with it. Can I put it like this? Probably go like that. I don't know. I think it might be just too eh, too I think that's where I'm at. I think it is too I don't know if I like it. I can see this, like if I take half of it and have it come down like that with this, like, and that's where my problem is right now. I don't know where I want to go with the oh, look how pretty that is. I don't know what I want to do with the front. I don't know what I want to do for a topper just yet. You can see I'm getting closer, but I'm not there yet. So I'm just going to continue playing with that. Let's take a look at the rusting and see what has happened. So it's still working. The 8 is definitely still working, but you can see the rust starting to happen. Right here is the other journal card, and look at this lace. Look how beautiful that is starting to rust up. But then check this out. Holy cow, that is rust. That is absolutely beautiful. I love this. This looks real. And it is real. It really is rusted metal because there is the iron. It's like shaved iron in here. And it says on the jar that you're supposed to use with water. And I used it with vinegar. So the vinegar, of course, is going to make it rust a little faster. But look how beautiful. That's a beautiful, nice, thick layer. So when I put this on here, yeah, that looks good. With this little bit of rusty lace. I love it. And you know what? Like the powder, you can feel the powder, but it's not coming off. It is definitely stuck in there. Right here, it does come off. But I like it a lot. I wonder if I give it some more vinegar, if it is going to be even more so. Is it going to hurt if I try that? Probably not. So I'm just adding a little bit more just because. It'll just go a little harder. And you can see, like, I've given it a lot of vinegar now. And this is watered down vinegar, so it's not even full strength. And this is what it did. So just go and figure out what it's going to do if I have it like full strength vinegar. I just don't have enough spray bottles yet, so I need to go and pick some up. I am going to town tomorrow, or to the city tomorrow, and see if I can find some spray bottles. I think Dollarama would have some. Dollar Tree might have some. So let's get this one a little bit wetter and get it to do a little bit more. So I'm just finishing this up, and then I think we're at the end for today. And then I can turn my air conditioner back on. It is, it's steamy. So I just want this all to get really nice and grungy and rusty and gross. Yeah, that's where I'm going. That's what I'm going for. I don't want everything to be grungy and gross in the journal, but there's some things where I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind a little grunge and a little gross because it's fun. It's fun to create things. Oh, there's a magnet here. So yeah, I think tomorrow I am going to go. Well, first I'm going to finish recording the video and get the paper dolls out, and then I am going to get some fuel for the lawnmower, and I will mow the lawn Sunday morning, not not before that. And I will be doing some I need to make some recordings and stuff like that. But I think I'm also going to go to some thrift stores and see what I can find and what I can locate. I'm just sitting here watching that rust, and I just love it. I think it is beautiful. I think I need to make a video, and I think I need to redo my metal pieces. So my envelope with my faux metal, that's not it. Are they here? Yeah. So I wonder what I can do with my aluminum pieces. Like this is the aluminum tape that I made look like faux rust. But I wonder what will happen if I take one of these pieces and then add some of the rusting powder and stuff, because that would be even better, because then I have the faux rust and then the real rust on top of that. I am going to try that, and we'll see the results. Oh, I will post some pictures of the results later. Once it's dry, I will post pictures of the results. So I'm just putting some of this solution in there and grabbing my rusting powder. So this wasn't supposed to turn into a tutorial, but you know, I got my new stuff, so I had to try it out. And how much fun is it to try out new things? It's just playtime. I wonder if I can sprinkle this. What if I put some on here? I'm trying to be as careful as I can because I don't want it to come shooting out either. Oh yeah, that worked. There, I got quite a bit on there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can see that. Let me lift this up. So I got quite a bit on there. And you can see like it looks just gray. But once that starts rusting up, I think you'll get the paints and then the those iron shavings, and it'll all rust up together, and I think it is going to look really interesting, and it's going to feel like metal, or because it is metal, it's aluminum tape, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. So once this is all dry, I will make a post and show you guys what has come out of it. I think I'm done for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Nancy, thanks for being company for me again. I love it when you're here. And I want to see your cards that you're making. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your Friday evening. And I will see you again tomorrow for Paper Doll Saturday. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you maybe Monday, Wednesday, or next Friday during the next live. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you then. Bye.